on me on that one.
Okay. Can you send me screenshots of those, both of those issues? And then
Well,
I
I
can,
didn't get no error. I can tell you, well, honestly, I'm on like version 120 right now.
okay.
I gotta find where it's at.
Yeah, if you could find that specific part of the conversation, I can give that to
Yeah,
Kodak, say, investigate these two issues, right?
yeah.
Right? And then we can kind of like the way that I said, we've been doing this with clients like the past few weeks, is just here, you had an issue. Let's give it to Codex, let it analyze exactly what happened and why. And then we make an eval around it so that we lock in the correct behavior in the exact same situation in the future. And then now this is like a permanent thing, part of our how we evaluate whether this AI is doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems to be quite good now at like basically anything you ask it. Like it could create that initial back test pretty well. Like I've been throwing a lot of stuff at it, and it's like it seems to be quite good at that. Obviously, the more complicated the strategy, the harder that's going to be. But any of the like fairly simple stuff, it seems to like have a high degree of accuracy, getting it done properly the first time around. And even if it doesn't, it like knows how to recover and keep going until it finds something that works. You know? Yeah, so there you go. So we got this strategy going. We're also we're doing a few other like little UI stuff too. Like for example, this plan. We got some feedback that this is like a bit too much in your face. So we're gonna like make it like smaller by default, right? You could like expand it to make it like this, and like just little details like that we're working on fixing up. So the more you give me, the more that you guys use this thing, the more that you tell me you have any issues or it didn't work properly, the faster we can improve it. So. And yeah, I mean, I've been using it a decent amount now. It's starting to get like almost as smart as Codex. Almost. Right, we're getting there. So it's a high bar, but I think we could eventually get a lot smarter than Codex. So we're using similar models and we could be like highly specialized. So I think at some point this is going to be smarter than any AI you could use for trading. Right? That's our goal. Is that like, I don't care if you're using Claude Code or Codex or whatever. You could use it with our stuff if you want, but I think our AI will probably outperform Claude Code or Codex or whatever. You know? Just because it's like it's so specialized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is your AI just it's built on top of Claude or which one or Chat GPT or GPT-5
Yeah.
or
Yeah. We're right now we're using GPT 5.6 Luna. That's our main
uh,
model. We're considering doing something that will like automatically upgrade the intelligence as you do something harder, right? So Luna's like I
oh
don't know
right.
if you know the new release is like Sol is the best one. Then there's Terra, then there's Luna, right? So Luna is kind of like the cheap and fast one. That's the main one that we're using. And
Mm,
what we're thinking about doing is making it so that it will use Luna normally, but then if you ask it like a hard question or if it can sense that you're frustrated or something, it will automatically upgrade to a smarter model and fix it with the smarter model and then drop back down to the dumber one.
mhm,
Right. So that, and I've noticed a lot of other agents kind of do the same thing. It's like, okay, you asked me for something hard, let's use the smarter model. But by default, let's use the faster model, cheaper and faster. This way, we can provide our services for cheaper, but then also it's just much faster. You interact with it much quicker, right? So that's like the base model, and then like it can upgrade as you ask for certain things. We haven't added that capability in yet, but that's kind of one of the next things we're thinking about doing. Yeah, I encourage you guys to try it out because the more feedback we get, the better this thing gets better, the faster this thing
yeah.
can get better. And at this point, it's like actually starting to get like smart enough to be able to do like pretty complex stuff. We also added in like a cool little replay thing. I don't know if you guys saw this yet, but here's the back test. I could like replay the back test. So you kind of like watch it as it moves, right? Right. So it's like replaying what that back test looked like.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing. We did it more for like social media stuff because we wanted to like show that off as a video, and it's hard to keep rerunning the back test to show what that looks like. But if you have a button, it makes it a lot easier to do that. But I think it's a pretty cool feature to anyways, right? It's just something cool they could like replay and you can kind of see what would have happened, right?
Oh,
Based
that
on already existing back test.
Yep, that's what I said last time, remember?
Yeah.
Just watching that live grow. It just,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch, right?
When it's going in your direction, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
When it's
sure.
not, you're like, oh no, what? Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Cool, awesome. Okay, so you had two things that you want us to look into. Is there anything else that you'd want to look into as well?
No, what is we got any updates on using the indicators?
Yeah, so we made some progress on that. I know Martin, he said that he put together, let's see if it works. Um, can you get me a graph of the 200-day, let's say 50-day moving average for TQQQ from my broker. Let's give it a layup. Let's see if we could do this. Because one of our other employees worked on this, but I haven't had a chance to test it yet. So let's see if it works. Using get broker indicators. Oh, okay. This sounds like it's doing what it's supposed to. Get broker indicators. Okay, so let's say use one of my Alpaca accounts. I don't care. This actually seems a little further along than what I expected. Let's see if it works. I'll give Martin some feedback around this too. So I'll tell him. Way the indicator stuff does not seem to work. First off, a few things. Let me give him a little bit of feedback. So, number one, it should have just done it. It should not have asked me which broker connection. Two, it didn't actually work even after specifying. And then three, um, it seems like it might be using the wrong tool. It's using get broker indicators, which does not sound like that lambda data lambda we spoke about. Okay, so we're almost there, but not quite yet. So let me do another test here. I'll say, okay, buy 0.01 BTC at Alpaca at one of my Alpaca brokers. So this is the other thing. The other feature that we're working on doing is like basically it's allowing it to trade directly, right? So you don't have to like create a back test or a strategy. You could just like trade, right? That's been like a really heavily requested feature. And I'm gonna give him feedback on this too. Reading isn't working either. A few issues with it. Let's say number one. For some reason, it got a chart for me when I asked it to trade. Okay, it seems to have done this. Two, it used Tradier when I said alpaca. Three, it did not attempt a trade or attempt to create a trade approval. These can directly be evals you use for the agent. Make sure your evals are very tough to pass and give it all the info I gave you. Also, this is in prod, so not sure if it's all deployed prod. Okay, so we're getting there. We're not quite there yet, but almost. All right, so maybe by next week we'll have this thing ready. I'm gonna give that to Martin and let him finalize all that.
Very cool.
Yeah, but it kind of did it, right? Like it pulled from the Tradier account. It seems to have gotten data, right? It got the latest close. I think this is accurate, right? So TQQQ. Yeah, 7502. 7502. Yeah, so it got the data, right? So it actually pulled the data from my Tradier account somehow. Um, it did not place a trade and the chart did not load, but this seems very, very close, right? So let's keep an eye on this, and then I'll hopefully we'll have this working for you next week, and you'll be able to like actually play around with it. All right. Is there any like any other details that you'd want to have with this? I guess we've talked about it in a decent amount. You want to do like a Fibonacci and that sort of thing, right? Is that right, Maurizio?
Oh, my bad. I've been talking in mute. My bad. I'm all like, yeah, yeah, no. Uh,
No problem.
no, it sounds right. Yeah, I mean, there is some things I do want to look at, but I mean, honestly, I think just getting the indicators at first would probably be the first step, right?
Yeah,
Because
just to be able to
just
display.
to see it and to apply, because I know there's a lot of things we can probably build on trading with it with the indicators would be great. But I mean, I think the first step is just once we get it rolling would be great. You
Yeah,
know,
so let's get it to be able
I,
to produce these indicators properly.
yeah, and I'll spend like 24/7 almost testing it. I've been testing like crazy.
Yeah.
So I go run, I wait for it to come, and I do back test, and I come back at it. So
Nice, awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I think very soon we'll be able to have all that like live trading stuff, right? Like tell me the indicator for this, show me where it is on the Fibonacci sequence, blah blah blah. Show you a few graphs, look through it, do all the research around everything, and say, okay, I like this. Now let's trade whatever Palantir, because I know you trade Palantir. Trade Palantir, but do it by using a call spread with this delta and that delta, and it'll just like do all that for you, you know?
yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I think we're getting quite close to that, right? So it's the basics are kind of there, right? I think we're probably gonna need another week or two to like get it to like work well. Yeah. Cool, awesome. Any other feature requests since we're on the topic? We've been very aggressively improving everything on the website. 'Cause, with any luck, we'll have a flood of users on Sunday. So it's trying to make it so that we can have a product that people like really, really love over that time period.
No, the work has gone exceptional. The things are getting better and better. It's really
Awesome.
good.
Right. Perfect. I'm glad to hear that because we've been putting a lot of work in. I'll tell you that much. It's been a lot of work getting this thing better, you know? And it's good. It sounds like we're starting to land on something. Like what I want to get to is I want to get to a product that like people use and are like, this is like the best thing in the world, and you like tell all your friends about it. You know what I mean? We want to get to that point. Yeah, because there's a few other brokers. I actually heard Robinhood is investing heavily into agentic trading like this as well, right? The thing is that we're actually ahead of them, right? Which is fu funny enough, right? Because like they have only you can only do it for like equity trading. They don't support options or crypto or anything like that through their agent yet. And I think we actually just have more features. Like we could back test and we could do all that kind of stuff. They don't support that, right? So we're actually ahead of where Robinhood is right now, which is shocking to me. Right? So we lined ourselves up to be like skate where the puck is going to be kind of thing, right? Um, but the thing is with us, it's we don't have as big of a team, so it's hard to like really add that level of polish that's needed, right? And that's kind of where I've been spending most of my time is just making this thing like really, really, really well polished, right? Cool. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's going good. And I was gonna tell you, like, also, I was gonna say, like, I'm not too fond of Robinhood. Like their new indicator page, it has, I don't, I'm not, it's not the best. You
No?
know,
Okay.
no, it's not. It's TradeView is way better, but yeah, I mean they're progressing, but yeah, I think we're way ahead because if you could do a back test on stuff and tweak things out, dude, that's way more better than a freaking just an indicator that's live right now because now you can look back and research what you've done wrong, how can you make it better? That's like miles away, light years away. That's freaking brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, I'm starting to realize more and more because we spent so much time on back testing and strategy development, like that's kind of our strong suit, but it's also like really, really hard to do. I mean, like we went for like the most difficult thing we possibly could do. Now, like looking back on it, but like the much simpler stuff is just like allow you to do the analysis and to trade, right? Like that's so much easier to do than like create a strategy, back test it, and run it, right? So now we're doing a lot of that stuff that these other brokers are starting to work on, like Public and Robinhood. They're starting to do that, and I think we could beat them to the punch because I think we just generally move faster than them. Like these big companies, they tend to move very slowly, right? So I think we could beat them in terms of speed. But yeah, and then we're also working on this other feature that's kind of half baked right now, where there's like this dashboard tab, right? And I still don't think it works properly yet. Someone was actually mentioning this dashboard. Yeah. Oh, actually, it shows something. It's empty, but it shows something. But yeah, basically, these dashboards would be more like permanent fixtures. So it's almost more like a trading view type thing. Like you could like add more indicators to it, and you could like really customize your dashboard. It's not only graphs, but it's like account value, cash positions, market value. You could show like all sorts of things on this dashboard. So you could set up your strategy to say, hey, I'm trading Palantir. I care about these indicators. I care about these positions, whatever, right? And you'll have a dashboard that shows you that and updates automatically as things progress, right? So it's like connected to your bot and updates as your bot is reading things, right? So it's like a really good way of like keeping in touch with what it's doing, right? That's like the other big thing we're working on in this regard, like around like indicators and graphs and things like that. Cool. Awesome. Any other questions or comments while we're on the topic? Okay, cool. So